This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trail into Reaction. What I'm looking at today is the final trailer for Guillermo Del Toro's Nightmare Alley. As I understand it, Nightmare Alley is based on the book by William Lindsay Gresham, not the 1947 movie, which was based on that book, I assume. I didn't see it. It's an old movie, black and white, which doesn't tend to be my thing. I'll watch them on occasion, but I'm not really a fan. That being said, Del Toro has come into his own as a director quite a while ago, and right now he seems to produce projects that he loves, things he genuinely cares about, and so that's good. What kind of saddens me a little bit is that, as any auteur will, he's expanding his palette. So he may do a science fiction movie this year, he may do a horror movie next year, and he may do another thriller, a ghost story, or gothic romance like Crimson Peak. So his repertoire is huge and growing. I miss his horror work though, so I really hope he goes back to it. And I don't tend to seek out thrillers. I will watch them, but it's not my real go-to. Though what Guillermo Del Toro brings more than anything else is a visual palette, a style. He's like Zack Snyder in the sense that he has a very recognizable visual palette. And I'm pretty certain I could pick out a Guillermo Del Toro movie from anybody else's. The more recent, the easier it is. So it's this look that his movies have that draws me in. And typically, since he tends to deal with genre, it works really well for me. And what I've also got my fingers crossed for is that Del Toro is working with Netflix on, I believe, Pinocchio and this other series, Tales of Arcadia, I think it's called. And while I haven't seen that, I don't really care about it. It's animated and it's kind of sword and sorcery type of stuff. I mean, I could take it or leave it. What has my hopes up particularly high is that if he's working with Netflix, we may get to see a version of At the Mountains of Madness, a big budget version. When I say big budget, I mean at least $100 million version of At the Mountains of Madness. Why do I think this? Because streaming networks are looking for content constantly. And Guillermo del Toro, certainly one of the most visually interesting directors working today, is going to get a chance to produce At the Mountains of Madness. It's just a question of where. And think about it. Amazon has that Wheel of Time series, hugely expensive. They have Lord of the Rings coming up soon, hugely expensive. Netflix, conversely, has expensive movies, but they don't have any series that mind-blowingly expensive. So at least by my reckoning, it gives them space to develop something like At the Mountains of Madness. Plus there's a prestige that accompanies working with Guillermo del Toro. In any case, let's look at the trailer for the final trailer for Nightmare Alley.
You don't fool people, Stan. They fool themselves.
Nightmare Alley, only in theaters December 17th. Final trailer starts now.
I think that was where John Carpenter filmed At the Mouth of Madness.
I'll ask you simple questions. You will answer in short
In the Mouth
sentences
of
only
Madness,
what you
rather.
believe to be absolute truth.
Absolute truth. I can do that.
Now, brief as you can. What is your name?
Stanton Carlisle.
Are you a true medium?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Carlyle,
Doctor, how about that?
please lie down.
Can you read minds?
Yes, I can. Under the right circumstances.
Keep your answers brief.
What do I want?
To be found out, same as everybody else.
Are you in contact with the Beyond?
Well, we've had our share of snake charmers in the past. We deal with them.
You don't fool people, Stan. They fool themselves.
I've given you a fortune! It's time that you delivered.
When does it end? I want to know.
If you displease the right people, the world closes in on you very, very fast.
Well, that was the trailer for Nightmare Alley, and as I said, it looks gorgeous. He has such a remarkable style and visual palette. Totally distinctive, totally Del Toro. So what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow. And have a happy Thanksgiving or whatever else you choose to call it.